Oh man, you got to be fucking kidding me, man. Good morning, guys. Good morning, wrestling fans. Uh, top field heel face here. Give me 1 second. All right, wrestling fans. So last night, if you were tuning in to our podcast, um, you guys know that me and Big Brian, we did a review on Fastlane 2021 last night. We went live on Facebook as well as YouTube at the same time. Um, there's one match we forgot to address, and that was the return of the Fiend, Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss. And um, one thing I want to say is this, right? You know, um, we forgot to do it, but I'm glad we didn't do it on that segment because I got a lot to say personally about that match. For one, I didn't appreciate the match. I thought it was very cringeworthy. Um, that's for one. And two, the Fiend storyline in of itself is way overdone. Okay. And I'm going to explain why. I'm going to give you a brief history of the Fiend. Okay. Because a lot of people seem to have a short memory when it comes to WWE. And that's what Vince plays on. That's what he plays on a lot. For people to have a very short memory when it comes to how characters are built and how they are booked. Okay. And Alexa Bliss being the Fiend substitute during this whole feud didn't help at all. And it's not Alexa Bliss's fault because even though Bray Wyatt created their gimmicks, it's Vince that got the final say on what's pushed and what's not. All right, so we're going to start with the Fiend. I remember when the Fiend debuted as an actual unstoppable force in WWE late 2018, early 2019. And one of the Fiend's major feuds going into 2019 was against Seth Rollins. And it all came to head between the Fiend and Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell 2019. Now, those of you who don't know what happened or don't remember what happened, go on the internet, look that match up, and rewatch that match. Fans was really hot. Fans was really pissed. And I was pissed right along with them because you don't take a character or you don't approve a character that you know that character-wise he's booked to be virtually unstoppable and put him in the match just for you to stop the match. Because he was doing things that a supernatural character would. He was no-selling the hell out of Seth Rollins. And that's the only time I will tolerate no-selling. Goldberg did it. It wasn't just doing it for me. He was an average size of any other wrestler on the roster, so there was no need for him. There was no need for him to no sell. The Fiend I can understand because the Fiend is a supernatural force that is supposed to be unbeatable. We talking about the character because Vince is a guy who's into characters. He's into you entertaining the fans. He really don't give a damn about your wrestling ability in the ring. Can you entertain? You understand? And he pretty much handicapped the Fiend's ability to properly entertain by putting the stoppage to the Hell in a Cell match. It should have kept going. The Fiend wasn't done yet. You understand what I'm saying? But moving on down the line in early 2020, We get a Saudi Arabia match, The Fiend versus Goldberg. You had Goldberg beat The Fiend. You had a 60, 61-year-old Goldberg beating The Fiend. Why? What was the purpose of that? Then move on down later on in the year. All right. You had The Fiend lose to Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, which leads us to here now. All right. This is where it's leading us to here now. Now he's on Monday Night Raw. He has Alexa Bliss by his side. Alexa Bliss is pretty much the spokesperson for the Funhouse, for The Fiend, which in the beginning, initially, I was okay with. It was something different for Alexa Bliss to do. I always thought Alexa Bliss had that Harley Quinn from Batman type, feel to her anyway. You understand? And that's where I thought it was going, but we get this cringe-worthy little adolescent schoolgirl who's still trying to live out her days as a little child type weird cringe-worthy gimmick. And it was kind of on the pedo side. Excuse me for the language, but it don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Bray Wyatt feuding with Randy Orton again, as if the first feud they had wasn't booked horribly. It's in itself as it is. So you get Randy Orton versus The Fiend. It all comes to a head at TLC last year in 2020, right? Where The Fiend gets burned alive. Naturally, when you have the main protagonist at that time was Randy Orton beat the ultimate antagonist, who was The Fiend, that should have been it. That should have been the last match. I mean, 3 strikes, you're done. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't it, because Alexa Bliss was still around. And then for the next few months, you got Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton going back and forth. She's doing voodoo shit to him and pentagrams and magic and, swing sets and shit. I'm like, bro, what is this? What is this? And it's only Vince's booking this shit. And then, of course, it comes ahead all over again last night at Fastlane when The Fiend returns after being burned alive with this new look. I mean, the motherfucker looked like Malboja from Spawn. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. You can't be serious right now. And the match is supposed to be against Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton, but we already know that Randy Orton really ain't going to put no hands on Alexa Bliss. He might RKO her. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to have punt her, which I would have really enjoyed a lot. But Fiend comes back, Sisters Abigail, Alexa Bliss pins him in a weird way by straddling him, which I'm pretty sure Miss Orton is not happy about. It's been posts about that too, which that's a little weird in of itself. Like I said, it's cringe-worthy. And you got fans out there that's literally out here fucking saying, hey, man, you being too harsh on the gimmick. Give The Fiend time to grow. What the fuck? It's been 3, almost 4 years since The Fiend's been around. You mean to tell me that The Fiend hasn't grown as a character since then? He's had a Universal Championship run, which was lackluster at best. Him going back with Braun, him going back and forth with Braun Strowman, the Oath. Like, I mean, come on, seriously? Need more time to grow? I mean, this is Bray Wyatt we're talking about. Bray Wyatt is one of the most creative minds in WWE. And Vince McMahon does everything that he can to undermine his creative ability. He undermined his creative ability when he was the cult leader, and he's undermining his creative ability and now with the Fiend shit. And that's why I said, like, Vince McMahon needs to step down. He needs to allow the talent rock their characters the way they want to rock it. Because if I was booking, I wouldn't even have the Fiend show up unless it was either 4 or 5 of the big pay-per-views a year. That's the number one problem with the Fiend. The Fiend is overly exposed. Overly exposed. He ain't got to show up every pay-per-view. He don't have to show up every primetime show on Monday Night Raw. He doesn't have to show up like that. That's what the Mr. Rogers Bray Wyatt gimmick is for, which apparently storyline-wise, the Fiend killed him. So there's no more Mr. Rogers Bray Wyatt. It's just the Fiend now. Wow, man. Yeah. Just bring the cult leader back, man. Let Bray Wyatt go back on hiatus, finish taking care of his family business with Brody Lee, aka Luke Harper and whatnot, and just kill the Fiend gimmick, man. Because it's overly exposed, it's overly done. Okay. It's not. There's no consistency in the booking of this character. See, as a wrestling fan, I'm not just thinking about a person's ability in the ring. I'm not even just thinking about a person's ability to cut promos on the mic. I'm looking at the character in itself, because that's the entertaining factor. And you still got fans that got faith in the Fiend to do their thing. Cool. Power to you. More faith than I do. But once you have overly done something, as a fan, I lose interest, and that's what it is. But what I'm not going to do is sit up here and let fans tell me that he needs more time to grow and you need to give him a chance. He had his chance. He had his fucking chance, and Vince keeps going at him with this up and down booking. Somebody done sent me a private message just a few minutes ago. I'm gonna say his name, Ben Johnson. He made a stupid post on the WWE comment board saying that anybody that got a problem with it, you one of those new age wrestling fans that don't know shit about character building. And I had to dig into his ass. What the fuck you talking about? I've been watching wrestling since I was a baby. Cornette will agree and say that this gimmick is overdone and now it's trash, it's garbage. And then he gonna come in my personal inbox bitching. Motherfucker, just like you have a right to your weak ass opinion, I got a right to mine. But let's keep it clear. Mine is more legit than yours. You thinking like a child. I'm thinking like a businessman. Don't get it fucked up, Mr. Ben Johnson. And stay the fuck out of my inbox. What the fuck wrong with niggas, man? You that butthurt that you got a person message me? No, you was dumb enough to put that comment in front of everybody on public for other thousands of wrestling fans to see. I'm going to address it. You didn't want to address? Turn your damn comment board off. I'm tired of these fans that think that just because they like something, that everybody else gotta like it. Hell no. This is how the Fiend should have been booked. He should have been booked for the primary pay-per-views only, like the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and maybe Hell in a Cell. So that's 5 pay-per-views, right? That's how he should have been booked. That's the only time you see the Fiend, to keep him fresh, to keep that mystique going, and to keep him unbeatable. Have Bray Wyatt, the Mr. Rogers Bray Wyatt, do all of his matches. The regular Bray Wyatt, have him do all of his own matches, whether it be on primetime television or whether it be on any other regular pay-per-view. Only have him bring out the Fiend when he's back into a corner. That's realistic character building. That's what keeps the Fiend gimmick fresh, and that's what keeps the Fiend gimmick interesting, because you keep the fans wondering, oh, when is the Fiend going to show up? When is the Fiend going to show up? And I'll be honest with you, nothing against Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss didn't help this gimmick at all. I'm sorry. She was very cringe-worthy the whole time she was running shit. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I obviously, whatever say that Vince had in his gimmick, he didn't calculate, and the fans that really listens and really looks into shit. Like I said, I used to be a jobber for Ring of Honor. I know what character building is all about. Okay? I've been in business for a little bit. I've been around wrestlers a little bit. I've been a fan of professional wrestling since I was a kid. Grew up around it. So when I hear people say certain shit or do certain shit that's fuckery, it got to be addressed. This whole match was a waste of damn time. You could have brought the Fiend back at WrestleMania. Because really, I want to see what the fans got to say. Because the live fans is coming back, 25,000 strong. Buck Stadium, Tampa Bay, Florida, April. I want to hear what the fans got to say. That should have waited till WrestleMania. Why do this at Fastlane? Again, overly booking the character. Fastlane is a pay-per-view that really nobody gave a damn about. This was the time for the mid-cards to shine, like Mustafa Ali, Matt Riddle, Apollo Crews, Big E. This was their time to shine. It was a waste. And then the ending where Alexa Bliss is riding Randy Orton, that was cringeworthy at best because, again, this ain't little Alexa Bliss' fault. Alexa Bliss has the features of a little girl. I'm going to be honest with you. It's fucking nasty. You know what I'm saying? She's what, 4 foot nothing, 90 pounds soaking wet? Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. And she dressed like a fucking 7, 8-year-old on top of a grown-ass man. Come on now. And this is supposed to be kid-friendly, family-friendly. Come on, man. Right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the fans expect. You know what I'm saying? To happen. So it looks like we're going to get the Fiend versus Randy Orton in another stipulation match. I'm expecting the Fiend to win. If he doesn't win, goodbye. Get the Fiend out of here, please. Just get him out of here. Just let him go on somewhere. Because at this point, it's overly done. There's no consistency, and you're making the Fiend look like a joke. You might as well have Randy Orton wrestling Doink the Clown. May he rest in peace. But yeah, that's all I got to say, man. Pro Wrestling Paradise, TopHeelFace. You don't like my opinion, get the fuck off my page. I'm out.